Imagine holding a stone in your hand. Your fingers are tight around it. Your arm is raised. And in front of you is a woman, terrified, crying, begging for her life. The crowd around you is screaming, "Kill her. She deserves to die." The law backs you up. Your religious leaders approve. God himself, according to Moses, commanded this punishment. All you have to do is throw the stone. Would you do it? This is biblical mystery unlocked, and today we're looking at one of the most misunderstood stories in the Bible. The woman caught in adultery. You've heard it 100 times, but I guarantee you've never heard it like this. Let's set the scene. We're in Jerusalem, around 30 AD. Jesus has been teaching in the temple courts, the most public, most sacred space in all of Jewish life. He's been saying things that are making the religious establishment very, very nervous. Things about grace, about inner transformation, about God caring more about your heart than your rule following. And the Pharisees, the religious elite, they're looking for any excuse to arrest him, discredit him, or better yet, get him killed. So they devise a trap, a brilliant, ruthless trap, and they need one thing to make it work: a woman they can sacrifice as bait. Here's what you need to understand about the law. According to Leviticus and Deuteronomy, adultery was punishable by death. Both the man and the woman were supposed to be stoned. This wasn't just a religious rule, it was civil law. Israel was a theocracy. God's law was the law. Breaking it meant death. But here's the complication. By 30 AD, the Romans occupied Israel, and Roman law said that Jews couldn't carry out capital punishment. Only Rome could execute someone. So if Jesus says, "Yes, stone her," he's breaking Roman law and could be arrested for inciting violence. But if he says, "No, don't stone her," he's contradicting the law of Moses, and the religious leaders can accuse him of blasphemy. It's a perfect trap. No matter what he says, he loses. Or so they think. Early in the morning, while Jesus is teaching, they come. A group of religious leaders dragging a woman through the temple courts. She's terrified. Her clothes are torn. She's been literally caught in the act of adultery, probably set up, honestly, given how convenient the timing is for their trap. And here's what's sick about this. Where's the man? The law says both people get stoned, but they only brought her because she's not a person to them. She's a prop, a disposable pawn in their political game. They throw her down in front of Jesus, in front of everyone. Public humiliation. And they say, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?" Notice the words. What do you say? They're forcing him to take a side. They're making him the judge. And the crowd? Some are already picking up stones. Because in their minds, this is simple. She broke the law. She deserves to die. It's not even about her anymore. It's about maintaining order, protecting morality, following God's commands. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to want punishment for other people's sins? Jesus knows exactly what they're doing. He sees the trap. He sees the woman being used. He sees the crowd being manipulated into becoming a lynch mob. But instead of answering immediately, he does something no one expects. Jesus bends down, and he starts writing in the dirt with his finger. Now, the Bible doesn't tell us what he wrote. That's driven scholars crazy for 2,000 years. But whatever it was powerful enough to change everything. Some scholars think he was writing the 10 Commandments. Others think he was writing their specific sins. Some believe he was writing the names of the men who'd been with this exact woman. Because remember, adultery requires 2 people, and they only brought her. Imagine that. Imagine watching Jesus write your secret sin in the dust while you're standing there holding a stone, playing holy judge. The Pharisees keep pressing him. Answer us. What do you say? Should we stone her or not? They're getting frustrated. Their trap isn't working. He's not taking the bait. Finally, Jesus stands up. He looks at them, not with anger, but with that penetrating look that sees right through you. And he says 7 words that will echo through history. "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Then he bends back down and keeps writing. Here's what's brilliant about what Jesus just did. He didn't say, "Don't stone her." That would have broken Moses' law. He said, "You can stone her, if you've never sinned. Suddenly, this isn't about her sin anymore. It's about their sin. He's held up a mirror, and they don't like what they see. And then it happens. The oldest man there, probably a respected religious leader, his fingers open. The stone falls. Thud. Then another stone drops. Then another. Then another. The Bible says they left one by one, beginning with the oldest. Why the oldest first? Because they'd lived longer. They'd accumulated more sin. They knew they had no right to judge. The younger ones hold on longer, still thinking maybe they're righteous enough. But eventually, they drop their stones too. The entire mob, dozens, maybe hundreds of people, they all walk away. The Pharisees who set this trap, they slink off. Their plan backfired spectacularly. They came to trap Jesus. They left trapped by their own sin. And suddenly, it's just Jesus and this woman. Everyone who wanted her dead is gone. Everyone who judged her is gone. Everyone who used her is gone. And this woman, who probably hasn't even looked up yet, finally has to face the only person left, Jesus. Jesus straightens up and says to her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" Think about that question. He's giving her permission to look around, to see that everyone who condemned her is gone. She looks around. They're all gone. Every single one. The ones who wanted her dead. The ones who dragged her here. The ones holding stones. Gone. She says, "No one, Lord." You can hear it in those two words, disbelief, wonder, maybe the first flicker of hope that she might actually live through this. And Jesus says, "Then neither do I condemn you. Go now and leave your life of sin." Let that sink in. The only person there who actually had the right to condemn her, the only one without sin. He says, "I don't condemn you either." But notice, he doesn't just say you're forgiven and walk away. He says, "Go and sin no more." This is mercy with accountability, grace with transformation. He's not excusing her sin. He's freeing her from it. And she stands. Maybe for the first time in hours, she can actually breathe. She was caught. She was guilty. She deserved death according to the law. But she walks away free, not because her sin didn't matter, but because mercy triumphed over judgment. So what's this story really about? On the surface, it's about adultery and stoning. But go deeper, and it's about something we all do. We love to judge. We love to feel morally superior. We love to point out other people's sins while ignoring our own. The Pharisees weren't uniquely evil. They're just us in robes. We don't throw literal stones anymore. We throw Twitter threads, Facebook comments, gossip, judgment, cancellation, different weapons, same heart issue. We want mercy for our mistakes, but justice, harsh, immediate, public justice for everyone else's. But here's what Jesus does. He makes us look at ourselves first. Let the one without sin throw the first stone. Translation: before you judge someone else, take an honest look at your own life. Check your own heart. Examine your own sin. And suddenly we all drop our stones. This story teaches us two critical truths. One, nobody is beyond redemption. If Jesus offered mercy to a woman caught in the act of adultery, publicly humiliated, legally guilty, then nobody is too far gone. Not your prodigal child, not your addicted friend, not the person who hurt you, not even you. Two, mercy isn't permission. Go and sin no more means freedom isn't the same as license. Grace gives you the power to change, not the permission to stay the same. So let me ask you 3 questions. 1, whose stone are you holding right now? Who are you judging? Who do you think doesn't deserve mercy? 2, what stones are being thrown at you? What shame are you carrying? What guilt is crushing you? And 3, can you hear Jesus saying to you what he said to her? Neither do I condemn you. Here's the beautiful paradox of this story. At the cross, Jesus took the stones himself. All the judgment we deserve, all the condemnation for our sin, he took it. The sinless one became sin so that we, the guilty, could go free. That's why he could say, "Neither do I condemn you." Not because sin doesn't matter, but because he was about to pay for it himself. The woman walked away free that day. But Jesus, he would eventually face the stones, the nails, the cross, the wrath that we all deserve. The Bible never tells us what happened to this woman after this day. Did she change? Did she go and sin no more? We don't know. But I like to think she did. I like to think that mercy, that radical, that undeserved, that transformative, it changed everything for her. Because that's what mercy does. Real mercy. The kind that looks you in the face, knows everything you've done, and says, I don't condemn you. That kind of mercy doesn't leave you the same. So here's my challenge to you. Drop your stones. Whatever judgment you're holding on to, drop it. And if you're the one being judged, if you're carrying shame, guilt, condemnation, hear Jesus saying to you, neither do I condemn you. You're not defined by your worst moment. You're not beyond redemption. There's mercy. There's freedom. There's a new beginning. Go and sin no more. If this story hit you, subscribe for more Bible stories that go deeper than Sunday school. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the stone you need to drop today? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next story.